What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one I want to break down something with Tesla SPY and a couple of other tickers, break down what's going on with the very important data that's coming out, some headlines about Elon Musk and the markets, what you should be watching for as time progresses. But before I begin the devil's information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. I am personally not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Weeble link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Weeble and deposit $500, you're guaranteed 20 free stocks. The offer ends very soon in just about a couple of days. Anyways, for Tesla, as you guys can see, we have this nice inverse head and shoulders like structure developing on the longer term. For the short term, Tesla is still range bound. It's actually dipping a little bit during the pre-market session. So it could be a little dip coming to Tesla, and we'll see if we get bought back up at key support. So I'll be watching this very carefully. So I'll break down more details about Tesla and SPY in just a few minutes. Let's first talk about some data. Today is Monday, June 10th, 2024. At 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the 3-month and 6-month bill auctions coming out. So I'll be watching for some volatility at these times just to see how things end up developing. But besides that, all the data is going to be very, very minor. Now, Nvidia has its stock split that just really took place right now. Right now, shares are at about $120 a piece, which is, once again, it looks very low compared to before. Very, very nice, a lot more affordable for people, and we will see what it ends up doing. It's a little bit down right now, but we'll see if anything shifts. Don't forget that we also have another big change right over here. The market's once again waiting for those Fed cuts. I don't think we're ready for that quite yet. I think it's going to take quite some time for the Fed to get confirmation to do so. We also have FOMC later on for the week, so don't forget about that. Besides that, stocks like GME and AMC kind of pumped and then dumped. There's not really a whole lot else going on. There were also very important elections in the EU, but that's pretty much it. Moving forward, I just want to say that right here, there's been an unveiling of the next potential Cybertruck that could be used as a police vehicle. Very, very cool stuff. I think that that's a very, very interesting concept, and it could be very cool for Teslas, if anything, especially as they have a lot of very useful capabilities, such as being bulletproof and such. So very cool stuff. There's been a lot of talk about how Elon Musk's pay deal is also being opposed by Norway's $1.6 trillion wealth fund. Like I said in my earlier videos, people have different opinions on this. They have every right to do whatever they want, but I personally believe that it's not really a good idea to oppose it. It's more advantageous for Tesla to just vote yes on this because, once again, for all the different reasons, from incentivizing Elon Musk to the fact that he was already like promised this in the past, and many other things like this. So in just a couple of days, Tesla has its stockholder meeting. I can't wait to see what Tesla ends up announcing, and I can't wait to see how the votes end up going. Hopefully for the best, and I think that I'm very hopeful that Elon Musk gets his pay package, and I think that I'm optimistic about this. So let's hope for the best, and we'll see how things go. And don't forget that today we also have another very, very important event. We have the Worldwide Developers Conference. It's going to kick off today in Cupertino, California. So can't wait to see what else is said on that. It's going to have a big effect on Apple. So for now, as we open, Tesla's kind of dipping a little bit. I want to be very clear with that. We have a little bit of weakness on the 4-hour time frame. Might be a little dip that is forming just temporarily before we make an attempt to bounce. So we're going to be watching, we're going to be watching this 175 zone. If we lose this, we could dip a little bit more towards 173, this entire area, before we try to rebound again. If we lose 173, we're going to be looking for a dip all the way down to fill our gap at 1. Basically, these low levels, there's going to be 171 and eventually 168 as supports. If we end up breaking past 180, we'll be looking for a push towards 182. But in my personal opinion, I think there's a good chance we dip a little bit lower, towards 175 at least. And then we'll see if Tesla gets a bounce in the very, very lower end of the range. So I think it could dip a little bit for trying to rebound. There was some negative news that came out about the Model Y refresh not being released in 2024, as Elon Musk said. So I think there might be a little dip coming before Tesla tries to rebound, is the most likely possibility. But this is just range-bound price action, and the overall structure is still bullish, as we have an inverse head and shoulders that's developing overall. All right. So that's what I see, at least for Tesla. Look for a little dip before it tries to rebound. For SPY, I see something very similar. SPY is barely holding this support at 533. If we lose this support, we could be looking for a dip down to 531.5. And if we lose that, I'll be looking at 529. Somewhere in this range, I think SPY will try to bounce. If we lose 533, look for a little dip. So watch for that very carefully. Even if we do dip a bit, we could still rebound. So watch to see if we hold 533. If we lose that, 531.5 is coming, followed by this previous resistance becoming support for an attempt to rebound. That's the most likely possibility. For Nvidia, Nvidia is showing a little bit of weakness despite the stock split coming. Maybe we get a little pop and then a drop like move. If we lose the support right here around this 117 area, it could be a little dip down towards 115. Like I said, guys, it's just a 3 to 4 point move down. It's not that crazy, but despite it looking like a small move, it's still billions of dollars leaving and entering the stock. So to me, it looks like it might dip just a bit before it tries to rebound again. So that would be completely normal, and that could actually have a big effect on the triple Q. Q is barely at the support where our 50 EMA happens to be at 461.65. If we lose this, I'll be looking for a dip all the way down to about the 460 area before it tries to rebound. So I do see potential for a little dip right here to retest these supports. So 461.25 and also 460 flat before we try to rebound. So I'm seeing that as a very, very strong probability for Bitcoin. Bitcoin kind of has the head and shoulders like structure developing. If we don't break past 69,500 or 50 EMA, there is a risk of this dipping all the way down, back down to the lower 69,000 range. So watch and see if we can break past 69,650 or not. I'll be watching that just to see how things end up moving. With that being said, guys, I think that's pretty much it for the video. Just a few more. We have GME still trying to hold our 200 EMA. So 28.63 is going to be our support. If we lose that, we could dip lower. If we hold that, we could just consolidate, but still not looking that great. It's just consolidating right now. Same thing with AMC. If AMC loses 4.87 or closes below that, there's going to be a risk of it dipping as well. So we'll just have to wait and see. With that being said, guys, for Apple, I forgot about Apple. Apple is still trying to push this 198 resistance. We called this out yesterday. We'll see if this holds up. If we fail to break through this, I'll be looking for a dip down to 196.6. So we did push to our target of 198. Now we could dip down to 196.6. So we'll see how it holds up. I might actually have to conclude the video from here. So that being said, thank you all for listening. Just a few more. Even Amazon could actually dip to about 183. If we lose that, I'll be looking at 181.8. Same thing with Meta. If Meta loses 490.96, we'll be looking for a dip down to about 485. So we'll give it the time it needs. So for Tesla, we'll see how Tesla does. There could be a little dip coming, but then it will bounce later on, in my opinion. Just want to give you guys a heads up about that, and I'll see you guys very soon in just a couple of hours. All right. So things should be exciting for the week. We're just starting off on a low end, but I think things will become much more exciting as time goes on, as we get very, very close to the stockholder meeting. All right. So I will see you guys very soon in just a few hours. I want to just say I appreciate your guys' attention. I'm going to be a little busy for the next hour to hour and a half, but until then, when I return, I'll give you guys another update on how things are looking. All right. Thank you for listening, guys. Have an absolutely incredible rest of the day. This is going to be our first trading day of the week before things get crazy by Wednesday. And don't forget, the bill auctions come out at 11:30 a.m. And we'll see how things go. All right. Have a great day, guys, and peace out.